Let's do something very important. Let's put grammar into some kind of perspective. It's likely that you think grammar is really important to teach English because grammar, or learning about the rules and structure of English sentences, formed a very large part of your own language learning experience. There is a lot more to learning and teaching language than grammar alone. Yes, grammar, or the rules and structure of a language, is one important support. But let's look at the other things we really need to take into account when we teach a new word. Grammar is the syntax of a word. For example, is it a noun, an adverb, or a verb? And is this verb a transitive or intransitive verb? And how does it colligate? For example, is it followed by an ed, or an ing, or a bare infinitive? But what else? Apart from grammar, we have to look at things like pronunciation. In pronunciation, we look at how the word sounds and how we can help learners produce that sound. We also look at things like stress within the word, and then also how that word might change once it's put inside a sentence. Of course, we have to teach people how to spell these words, and then we've got to look at how these words are used. For example, there could be cultural connotations around this word, or this word might be used in very specific situations by very specific people. It could be a word that's very frequent in English language, or it could be a very infrequent word. Another thing our learners need to know is how formal this word is. Again, it comes down to context. They need to be able to distinguish the difference between formal and informal situations. Words don't stand alone, and when we teach a language, we don't teach words out of context. Context and cotext is very important. The sentence, the paragraph, the whole text around this new language. We also have many formulaic expressions in English. And how is this new word used in that sense? What are the different collocations of this word? What do we associate this word with? For example, let's take the word make. We make the bed. We make a mess. We meet our maker. We also need to look at how the word morphs or changes when we attach suffixes and prefixes. For example, to remake. A lot of what we've talked about is the context of the word and how it's used, and that's all part of meaning.